The Labour Court in Johannesburg is hearing an urgent application brought forward by the Association of Mineworkers and Construction Union against rival union, the National Union of Mineworkers, the NUM, at a Gold One mine. AMCU wants the Labour Court to set aside the closed shop agreement between the NUM and Gold One Modder East mine entered into in 2012. Now, this despite the NUM deciding to voluntarily terminate the agreement with the mine. AMCU wants the court to decide on the matter and bring forward a date for a balloting process at the mine that has seen violent clashes and a partial closure. SABC News economics reporter Katlego Legodi joins me now in studio. Katlego, thank you so much for your time. Well, we are obviously seeing some movement, following the violence that we saw in the past couple of days and weeks. But perhaps let's unpack the dispute between the two unions and, of course, the Gold One mine. I mean, our understanding has always been that the NUM has enjoyed exclusive organizational rights at the mine since 2012.
Yeah, most definitely. A very good afternoon to you, Unati, and to our viewers at home. So the Labour Court today just giving attention to this dispute between AMCU and the NUM at Gold One mine. So we see AMCU just putting pressure on the mine and the NUM to do away with this closed shop agreement that they entered into in 2012. So that closed shop agreement would see the NUM being the only union that is organizing there at Gold One mine, representing the workers. So meaning that if you were an employee and there's a post advertised and then you tend to apply for it and you're successful, you would automatically belong under the NUM. So we see earlier on in the year, around March, April, members of workers from Gold One mine deciding that, hey, we are now going to organize a write a petition, a stop order will have to be brought forward so we can just include AMCU as our union of choice at the mine. So when they went to the mine to say that our wish is to now move from the NUM to AMCU, that's when the mine told them about this closed shop agreement entered into in 2012. So this closed shop agreement is not cast in stone. It can be reversed, it can be revoked, it can be terminated. There just has to be a case. There needs to be some sort of signatures and stop orders that would kind of give the mine management a sense of where the workers are in terms of their relationship with their union of choice, being the NUM at the time. So we saw the management not really giving attention to the workers, the NUM not in any way giving attention to the workers from March, April. This is the matter that we are told by AMCU that they even pushed to approach the CCMA to intervene in this particular regard, but they did not, in any way find joy there, which is why they pushed to bring the matter to the Labour Court just for a dispute resolution around what is happening at the mine. But the NUM earlier on in the week moving to terminate this particular closed shop agreement. So now they're saying that, this case, there's nothing to argue here because that closed shop agreement has been terminated, meaning that AMCU can now organize at the mine. But AMCU also taking issue with that particular stance by the NUM, saying that when you look at it, you gave the mine management a 30-day notice, and this 30-day notice still, would see the workers organize under you as the NUM. So as we speak right now, we can say that notice agreement has not been terminated because there's a notice that they're serving here. But the workers were saying that they want to really hold on some sort of a balloting process in 5 days' time. They don't want 30 days. They're saying that really the cost of living is too high. They can't afford to organize under the NUM anymore. So we're seeing this matter being dragged all the way to the Labour Court, which is giving the two parties attention here in trying to find some sort of a consensus resolution around what is happening at Gold One mine.
No, absolutely. And it's almost as if the NUM wants an easy way out, a quick ticket out, because essentially what we understand is that, just given that the NUM was, of course, at the center of workers' rights at the mine for that long, they had to conduct a ballot. I believe it's every 5 years. And they did not do that since 2012. So they did not gauge in terms of, are our members happy? And also, you know, how many members, do we still have majority of members? So that didn't happen. So what is AMCU then asking the court to do in as far as that balloting is a concern? Just explain that to our viewers again. And I understand the court case is also still currently happening as we speak.
The court case is sitting at the Labour Court as we speak. Earlier on in the morning, we saw the acting judge there, Betty Mohalani, just moving it, staying it to the afternoon in terms of how then we'll see these parties present their heads of arguments and the likes. But speaking to AMCU even yesterday, they made it clear that the will of the workers must be respected in terms of where they want to belong across the entire labour space. So they're saying that, you know, the NUM dragging it and more or less giving a 30-day notice is them still not accepting the fact that the will of the workers should prevail here. So they want the judge to intervene and just give or trim down that balloting process, give this period or trim down this period so that the workers can eventually belong to the mine. And this is what the mine also has been pushing for, because they felt that, you know, we are at the mercy of the NUM right here, because we, you know, we've received some sort of a petition from the workers saying they want to belong to AMCU. We've taken this to the NUM. The NUM then, you know, we delayed the entire process. We saw a violent demonstration, a person's car torched, a worker's car was torched, the high police deployment outside of the mine, operations also halted for days to no end, losing millions daily as this dispute continues. So the mine also would want to see this just a thing of the past, so operations can resume without any hindrance at the mine. So the will of the workers will really have to be determined by this particular court that will try to bring these parties together so that we can see a balloting process and a movement within the Gold One mine.